Yeah, we find her, the beautiful girl we've been missing. We wanna have her kissing. We find her, now we in love. So I got so the remix.
DMB, Tux Bites, remix.
Now if I had to lose you like a bad phone connection, I'd change my game to get a better reception. Sit back, let's start this interaction. Don't fight the feelings, just a chain reaction. Your heart won't give you the wrong instructions. Like my GPS, yes I got the right direction. We gotta merge together like a road intersection. Last stop is gonna be my love and affection. I ain't like the mother dudes, they wanna call you shorty, but I'ma call you a beautiful girl. I took your picture home, my mama saw it, she's a very, very beautiful girl. I wanna put you in my video, cause you're so beautiful. You're a beautiful girl. So when you hear us in your radio, turn up your stereo. It's beautiful girl.
Gotta find a shorty, what's worth of a lady. Ain't nice but maybe doesn't look like 40. It's taking a little time. I wasn't saying no signs, any traces of my baby. Who's gonna be my baby? But I thought I'm gonna take my time. Within it took a long fine eye. I saw a shorty passing by. She's got this very pretty smile. It was right at the bus station. I tried to make a conversation, holding her arms and feeling so tough. I felt the sensation. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. And now I realize I found me a beautiful girl. She's a model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it by. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, a killing eye. I found me a beautiful girl.
My wish came true when I saw you, girl. God must have blessed me with your beauty, girl. Looking so right from your head to your toe. Shaped like a Coke bottle with a smile of a queen. My queen to be, you my destiny. Got a body of a goddess with your beauty. I'm impressed and I'm never in distress. Come on over and be mine. Been searching for a man and now all the cats keep looking to mine. With a sexy walk and a sexy talk, she must be from a planet called the sexy world. I know I ain't tripping, better yet I'm thinking put a ring on the finger, we look good together. Take your place in my heart with your beauty. I'ma say that I'll never turn away. Who would think I'm in love?
Such the way she smiles at me just really makes me weak. The way she speaks to me just really make me go so weak. Keep staring in her eyebrows. All I kept on saying is wow. Your beauty shines and breeze at night. All I really want in my life. Oh yeah. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing thigh. I found me a beautiful girl. Yeah, beautiful girl. What beautiful girl? Yeah. Beautiful girl.
Damn. Money. You seen her? Hot Ice. Have you seen her? LP. Have you seen her? I'ma go over to Tux Bites. I know you've probably seen her. He has a lot of beautiful girls with him. Tux, it's DMB, baby. Look.
Beautiful.
I look for a while, but I can't seem to find a beautiful girl so I can make her mine. Time after time I've been searching for a while, but every girl I meet never seems worthwhile. What can I do? I pray to God for an answer. I feel pains in my heart like cancer, and when I find her, I'm gonna romance her. Lace of her presents and gifts, call me Santa Claus. I make a heartbeat pause. That's my girl, homeboy, not yours. The girl of my dreams, she's more than I ever thought. Show me ass and culture, I think I'm getting punked. She's what I really want, so I'm a go-getter. Since I'm a go-getter, you know I'm gon' get her. And I will give her the world, anything for my beautiful girl.
Psych. Ooh. It's been a while that I've been trying to find a beautiful girl. Fine brown eyes. I found me a beautiful girl. She's my model, she's so fine. I just wanna take it. Beautiful girl. Sparkling eyes, killing
One love enough. We done enough.
Man of prestige. Ha! Now this guy win. Now you win. Now you win today. Now you win. Now you win. I agree. Man of prestige. Now man you be.
I'm sure some people will be jealous now the way I talk about Ola. But I have learned a lot from him. That's why I keep telling you to follow him. If you don't follow Man of Prestige, now you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. What's going on? This is Ola coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. Oh yeah, all right. So today is gonna be a special day. We have a big show. Okay, we have a big show. Shout out to everybody that has been hanging in there. We didn't have a show yesterday because we had our guest had an emergency. Welcome back. Welcome back. Do me a favor. As you're coming in, hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we do go live. I apologize for this camera I'm using. I'm about to switch it up. I completely forgot. I'm about to switch it over right now. We should be fine in a second. All right. I hope you guys are doing well. Today is Monday. How's everybody doing? Good. If you're hearing me, say one in the chat. All right. But let's just cover some house rules really quickly while I switch over the camera in a second. It will take me another second or so. Yay, there we have it. All right, awesome. We're good to go. All right. Welcome back. Shout out to my sponsors: Mo Fresh, Richie, Life with Natu, Adesua, Film Girl, Open Floor by Tima, Show Mama, Gorex Corner, D Love 3000. Of course, I appreciate you all for always supporting. Oh yeah, we crossed the halfway mark. I'm looking for today's sponsor. Our goal this month is $200. Right now we're up to $129.66. That's up from $92.16 from last time. I appreciate you for always supporting the platform. Welcome back. This is Man of Prestige. Basically what we do here, we talk about relationships, okay? And we tackle it from a standpoint of self-power, social seduction, attraction, and emotional intelligence standpoint. We use trendy topic to extract these lessons. But we're in the middle of a pre-launch right now. We're launching our second book together, my wife and I. It's called The Number One Red Flag. Okay, this will be my personal 5th book, but I'm very, very proud of this books. It's my opportunity, it's my chance. I'm taking my chances to add some value, to share some value with the rest of the world. But yes, you can download my books absolutely for free at loveandprestige.com. Okay, so you can download this one already right now. It's called Get My Marriage Back. It's 5 years old, but timeless concepts in this book. You can download it for free right now, and you get on the waiting list for Number One Red Flag, okay, which is going live. You can see on the screen in 12 days time. That's going live. We uploaded the audiobook today. Everything is looking fine. It's under review. We're excited about that, okay? But yes, loveandprestige.com is where you want to grab all of that. All right. So today I have a fantastic person back. A personal person of mine is coming back to the show today. The last time we tried our best to make a lot of people still got value from that, but a lot of you requested that I made sure I bring him back. And we have a lot of work that we have to do together also, starting January 7th, 2024. We're going to talk about that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed viewers and cherished members of the Prestige family, it is with immense pleasure that we welcome back a distinguished guest to our platform. He needs no introduction, but I still have to do, proper justice, okay? His wisdom, his insights have left an indelible mark the last time he was here to have a discussion with us. Join me in extending a warm welcome to a man of integrity, okay? Speaking of man of prestige, a seasoned journalist and a respected resident political analyst and consultant, Chief OLADIMEJI ABITOGUN. Chief OLADIMEJI ABITOGUN graces us with his presence once again, bringing a wealth of experience and a unique perspective that has enriched our conversation here on Man of Prestige. As the editor-in-chief and publisher of SharpEdgeNews.com, he continues to be a guiding force in shaping narratives and shedding light on the political landscape. Not just political landscape, he wants me to let him know that, this range is a little bit beyond that, but that's what he's known for. Today, our focus is on delving deeper into the reservoir of Chief OLADIMEJI ABITOGUN's insights from we were talking about what the one night stand, paternity fraud issues, the cheating girlfriends, all of that, Nigeria politics too. But we're going to be spending some time having a conversation today. We made sure that the audio and visual is something that will be that will create a better experience for us. So, but you know how technology goes, who knows? But without any further ado, my very own blood uncle, I Chief OLADIMEJI ABITOGUN. Uncle OLADIMEJI ABITOGUN, I Chief, all of that.
Oh yeah. Hello, everybody in the house. Good to be back. Always my pleasure
Welcome
to
back.
be on the program. Very interesting platform, and we all will have one or two things to share and benefit from. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Welcome back. Anyway, I personally call him OLADIMEJI, but for the purpose of these platforms, I'll be calling him either Chief or High Chief. So I have to get used to that since we're on a public platform now. It's kind of taken away from my personal experience, but just for you all, we'll do whatever we have to do to bring some value to you. So High Chief. What is your title at Ayede Ogbese? What's the actual title?
I was installed the Odokuto of Ayede Ogbese, and that makes me the number 3 in the royal hierarchy of the kingdom.
That makes you number 3. Wow.
That's right.
That is a big deal. In the ancient city of Ayede Ogbese. That city right there. I have history with that city. I have history with that city, but you said what?
Yeah, like we all do. And several great people out there in the Yoruba nation and the country called. Yeah, Ayede Ogbese has really impacted so many individuals, so many ideals. Yeah, it's a kind of consciousness beyond being a kingdom.
Absolutely. And is it named after the river, or the river is named after Ayede Ogbese? Which one is it?
Good question. It's the settlement that is on the basin of Ogbese River. So Ayede itself means the word has come. That used to be a battle cry to alert the king and citizens of the locality about the pending invasion from Benin warriors in those days.
So you said Ayede means the word has come.
The word has come again.
The word has come.
The word has come.
Yeah.
And that community is right on the bank of the river. That is a river that flows for almost 50 miles before emptying into the Atlantic Ocean, right from source at Igbemo Ekiti, flowing through several plains and hills, and then snaking all the way into the Atlantic Ocean. Very important river in Nigeria, and thousands, if not millions of people depend on the life-giving strength of that water the river, for not just for irrigation purposes, also for existential importance altogether.
Got it. All right, so we're going to just get right back into the conversation that we were having the last time, and a big highlight of that story was the accident that you had, right? And if I remember quite all right, that accident happened in Ayede Ogbese too, right?
Yes,
Okay.
because incidentally, the major highway through which anyone would have to commute in order to get to several parts of Nigeria, whether you're going to the east, whether you're going up north, you're going to Middle Belt or Lagos, you have to pass through Ayede. It's almost like the way that goes to right into the kingdom of God, heaven. So it takes you right through that. You can't get to Jerusalem.
The kingdom of heaven, to Kibonoro.
Oh yeah, that is how strategic. That is how strategic and important Ayede is.
It is, and it's always been that way, right? In fact, the express highway that goes through Ayede today, the original one went right through it. It still goes through it now because Ayede is getting bigger. But the original one went right through the front of our family house in Ayede. Is that correct?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That road that cuts through the middle of the town today is known as Obaluyede Road. But that is the road through which every individual, including European colonialists, had to go through to get to any part of Nigeria. And it also got some measure of boom during the Nigerian Civil War from 1967 to January of 1970. Like I told you, going through Ayede is almost like passing through Jericho before you make it to Jerusalem. Wherever you want to get to in Nigeria, whether it's also heaven, the road passes through Ayede. Very important place. And you remember, apart from being suburban, it is cosmopolitan. You find every person from diverse backgrounds and what have you in Ayede. Ayede is Ayede. I don't like to call it Little London or Little Lagos. It is just Ayede. That is our consciousness. That is who we are.
But wait, I didn't call it Little London. It was you. You brought it up now.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't call it Little London.
Yeah, when people hear cosmopolitan, what registers that is almost like Vegas. It's like Libreville. It's like Paris. It's like this. No, Ayede. It's so unique, and it's the homeland of several accomplished individuals that you will be sure came from that community.
Right on.
You're talking of the Oluyedes, the royal family there. Some part of Adeshida royal family in Akure. So many important families. The Abitoguns. Of course, you remember Professor Kole Omotosho that just died. The celebrated novelist and dramatist in South Africa. Yeah, it too came from Ayede. So many great people. Of course, the wife of Professor Wande Abimbola too grew up in our community. So, what are we talking about? Very strategic. Not just
Ogbese, as we like to call it, has produced a lot of the greats.
Yes.
In the history of Nigeria, period.
Yeah. Important food basket, personally loved by the late sage, Chief Obafemi Awolowo. He had to pick the President General of the Farmers Congress, the umbrella body for farmers in those days. In the then Prince Adelegon Adeshida, who later became Oba Gabriel Adelegon Adeshida III, right from Ayede. And from that small community, the old man was traveling to several places, Scandinavia, Europe, everywhere, representing the interests of farmers from all over the Western region. And of course, you remember the success recorded by your own grandfather, my father, in a cocoa business. And through which he mentored several people, including your late uncle, Reverend Canon Olajide Fagbego. Very important community. And Yeah, we continue to be strategic as a market town. We continue to be strategic in terms of what the vision the current cabinet has for the community. It's a very important place. And you
Yes.
remember that
Now,
the
go ahead. Go ahead.
airport is only 4 minutes away. I mean, by driving from my area of Blessing. So, very important community.
Absolutely. Now, I don't expect you to say any less. What I remember or what I know about Ayede Ogbesa is what you've just basically highlighted, which is beautiful. So I can confirm them, right? But you being the number 3 as far as the royal hierarchy in that city, Ayede Ogbesa, what would you say is the downside of that community? Something that you're not particularly proud about that people might find in the media about Ayede Ogbesa?
Well, there is nothing. You see, life is about you picking it as half full cup or half empty cup. Even whatever anybody is saying that, I mean, we want to view as being negative about the community is part of the strength of the community. I don't know of anything that is a negative about that community. We're going to talk of its strength in terms of cocoa production, in terms of other cash crops that is so relevant, important to the diversification of Nigeria's economy. The other one people talk about, the production of marijuana. Of course, the positive spin of thing about that natural plant is that the all important oil in it, the content in it could be used for medical purposes, which is what the governor of the state has championed. Instead of coming in, NDLEA, staging sting operations and trying to decimate the number of inhabitants in the community, is what the government should look into elsewhere, whether in Europe, in Canada, in neighboring state of Missouri here. Marijuana has gone beyond a recreational plant. It's a medical, it is a medical recipe. So people should look into that. You're talking like Omoyele Sowore said in the past. Ayede Ogbesa's economy could be worth $1 billion if properly tapped because of marijuana production. But I'm not a big fan of that. But the truth of the matter is that we need to be more proactive. We need to be creative the way we respond to things. Not just because people say, oh, marijuana production is this or that. Then we forget that it could even be used for the production of cloth fiber. It could be used for treatment of critical ailments like epilepsy, like glaucoma, like so many other things. I'm not a medical practitioner, so let me just slow it down on that note.
No, but you did a good job highlighting that. Yeah.
Everything about Ayede Ogbesa is worthy of being proud of. All right.
That's I love the answer. I love the answer because it's some of the things that we struggle with as Nigerians, as Africans, as Black people in general. We struggle with if Oyinbo people don't come and help us highlight our good, we struggle with it. If anything, we believe what the Oyinbo people say or the negatives they want to highlight, which is, again, like you said, it's a function of seeing the world as half glass empty or half glass full.
Yeah, the point you're making is quite paradoxical. You know that the demonization of marijuana came from a long-drawn face-off between cotton farmers and those who preferred fiber that are drawn from that are made from marijuana in those days, and then the cotton farmers gained upper hand just because they also had access to inexpensive labor, slavery. They were using slaves to prospect whatever they were doing in terms of cotton. But do not forget, whether you're talking of cotton or you're talking of marijuana, Nigeria has the best of environment, soil for cultivating all these things in commercial quantity. As a matter of fact, there was a time I was doing a story on the late Senator Buruji Kashamu, and I had to go to Republic of Benin to a community called Savalu, where he had a cotton ginnery and very big factory owned by late Senator Buruji Kashamu there, waiting to take turn to take their tonnage of what's it called, spun cotton at that facility. We counted over 200 18-wheelers waiting to take cotton from Savalu in Republic of Benin to the coastal city of Cotonou. And in Republic of Benin, they call cotton their white oil. That is what they call cotton. They make millions of dollars cultivating cotton. So whether you are talking of cotton or you're talking of fiber made from marijuana and the other stuff, let's look beyond the past conflict, face-off between cotton farmers and marijuana cultivators, and let us embrace what could be a sort of economic springboard for the nation called Nigeria, particularly on those states.
All right, so let's change course a little bit here, right? I tried to remember some of the issues we were talking about the last time. I went through some of them, but let's tackle paternity fraud really quickly. I'm not sure if you're aware. I don't know how accurate this is. That 1 out of every 3 DNA tests in Nigeria comes back as negative, and Nigeria is probably number 2 or 3 on the list of top countries with paternity fraud in the world. Now I don't know which number, I don't know what the third country will be, but it's basically Jamaica, Nigeria, and one other country as these top countries that have the highest rates of paternity fraud in Nigeria. And you were sharing a story with us, with some auntie that came to say hello to you and your friend.
I think essentially the data you have just reeled out may be true, because what is more, in a country that is struggling with its economic situation today, like Nigeria, philandering, cheating, and making light of the serious issues of procreation is a major issue in Nigeria. No doubt. Now, we talking of how about you having a wife in the house that woman theory that no will be yours. She's telling you that they are not yours. She may be joking, she may be taking it out of anger. You never can tell. But in the case of Walt, the well-known broadcast journalist in Ibadan, Amzat Oriyomi, what he has, the has he brought recently with the revelation that somebody who had cohabited with a woman, supposedly his wife, as a result of which they were able to have 4 children, was shocked to find out that none of those children was his. You know what that means? But in my own situation, when somebody, when my wife, my ex, left the shores of Nigeria in pursuit of more educational qualifications in those days, And like they say in Nigeria, what you will agro after a few months of not being around. Are you following?
Yeah, Eletiwagro.
That's right. And so
ṣé pé kanji ṣé pé ayé kanji ò lè dá ṣé kanji là ń sọ yá àbí nǹkan mi.
Ọmọ rẹ̀ ò sínú gbọ̀n. No good child comes out of a gun. So kanji can never really produce any good thing.
Continue, sir. Yeah.
And, yes, let this man in his early 50s, let me go the other way. Kanji could make some cuckoo head, not even cuckoo head, right to people to try the option of soapy. They will do
Wala.
In this case, my
I'm hearing you. Continue,
that's
sir.
the way my case, the more hard in a way. One away from the code. You are going to say something.
Are you still there with me?
I'm here.
Okay, all right, good. Let's continue. It looks like the data stream might be getting clogged up a little bit there again, but hopefully we should be fine for the rest of the evening. Right. So basically, your wife left the shores of Nigeria, Konji na bastard, and you will continue the story.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for anything to ease the situation because I was always keeping constant communication with her. In those days, internet was erratic. You probably do it through Yahoo or Hotmail connection, and it could be what do you call it, analog, but we still carried on conversation. And sometimes, in spite of the queue at Nitel phone booth, I had good access in terms of telephone communication, the long distance thing. So we were talking until this person traced my address through the newspaper, the company which I used to work for. The address was stated on the street right at the bottom of the back page of that newspaper, and then she had that long ride, came to Abuja. Part of what transpired was a pedigree, our address back in home village. I knew the father, I knew the mother. But the story she was telling me about that was a lingo that was really strange to me.
Sorry, can you repeat that? One man gbé here, bó ti wà gbé. Ẹ sọ lọ́jọ́ yẹn náà. One man gbé kíni.
Gbé walk.
Walk. One man gbé walk. Right.
So I didn't know that could be synonymous with all these aristos but I wasn't into the game of aristo. Not that I'm a saint. In the final analysis, I'm a human being. I live as somebody who is not an angel. I try to be very careful. But at that moment,
So Chief, so let's do this.
I lowered my guard.
Are you there with me?
Yeah. I'm here.
All right, so we're going to it was better today, but we still need to work on it, right? So let's do this. I want you to jack in, right? My kicking crew studio after I refreshed, so that it to be like in the beginning again. In the meanwhile, I will engage the audience, but just come back in again like I taught you, and then so we can have a refreshed data stream here. Otin clog up already. All right, so he'll be back with us in a second. All right, everyone, welcome. Listen, that juice is already getting sweet, and Oh my God, we gotta do something about this, about the internet thing, because honestly, we actually have. Go and find it. I will see if I can drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link right now. To Sharp Edge News TV. I will be working with him on Sharp Edge News TV. So the political stuff will be moved to that arena. Sharp Edge News TV. All right. Let me see. Let me make sure. I gotta put an at, I guess. All right. So that's where we're going. There you go. So you can go ahead and subscribe already. I'm gonna drop the link right now. All right. Yep, I just dropped the link, so you could go ahead. Failed to post to, yeah, Facebook is acting up with that. Got it. Let me find it. If you want to subscribe on Facebook to that platform on Facebook, facebook.com/Sharp Edge News TV. There you go. Aha. I'm gonna post that link, so I can actually post that link to Facebook people. There you go. Let's post this to Facebook while we're waiting for him to come in. So we'll be covering a weekly show up there every Sunday evening, covering politics around the world, especially anything that's hot on the world platform when it comes to Nigeria politics. We'll be covering it from there. So I just posted to Facebook. For those of you that may be watching on Facebook, I posted the Facebook link. You can go ahead and follow from there. And I posted, you can go ahead and subscribe from there. Okay. So while we're waiting for him, that story is already getting there. Like, I got it. So he got a booster. And it seemed like it was going to be better. You know, Chiye Alpha, welcome back. All right. He'll be back in a second. Yeah, you're kind of late, but we're just getting warm up to the stories. All right. So Natsu, what did you say? Natsu, you're on your way to South Carolina? All right, great. I'm waiting for him to come back in. Hopefully, you know, he gets back in just in time. Brother Beno, how far are you there? Thank you, my brother, for gracing us with your story the other day. All right. Everybody paying attention to all the trending news out there today. Monday does not feel like Monday, right? Oh, wow. More fresh, how you there? Good to see you. I'm waiting for him to come back in. Hopefully he can get back in. Let's see. D-Love said, why is this internet thing acting up? I know, right? I know. But you know, this is how when there's greatness coming up, this is how it works. All right, I think it's coming right back in. It's coming back in, but device is not connected. That's not working. He's back out again. Yep. Let's see here. All right, so hopefully we can get it back. Everybody paying attention to all the trending news. I'll be dropping some videos tomorrow. I'll be dropping videos on MAKIK tomorrow. Look out for that. I'll be dropping videos on, let me just kind of like give you guys a teaser here while we're waiting for Chief. Let me see here. Let's see. Tomorrow I'll be dropping videos. MAKIK. Anybody saw the breaking news on Jonathan Majors? Yep. Y'all saw that? All right. So I didn't get into details yet. Of course, there's some breaking news on, not breaking, but you know, something we can bring ourselves up to speed with Kiki Palmer. And anybody follow this lady, Kim Zolciak? Anybody follow Kim Zolciak? Kim Zolciak from the Housewives franchise. I think I have something for you guys on that too. Tons of lessons. It's not about the news. You probably will see the news in other places, but the lessons that I feel like we should extract from that. Let me see. There was one more here that I know for sure that we're going to cover. Let me see. Okay, yeah, there's one more. I can't find it right now, but there's definitely one more. So, oh, yes. Funny enough, it came right up on my screen here. Anybody seen the story about Christian Keys? Anybody know who Christian Keys is? In fact, that one. That story right there is crazy. Yeah, see. All right, so we're trying to, let's see if we can get him back in. I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on 1 second with me, okay? Hold on. All right. Let's see if I can get him back in. I'll just unmute so you guys can hear me. Let's see. And his connection to Daddy. Who is Daddy? Who do you think Daddy is? That's the question. That's the question that everybody had been wondering. Who do you think Daddy is? Hello? Yeah, but I G. All right, I think you can hear me now. Can you hear me? All right, so he's back on. He's just got to position the camera, so we're good to go. All right. More technicalities. All right, I think we should be good now. All right. Once he positions the camera, we'll put it back on. All right, so we should be good now. All right, great. All right, Omar, we gotta fix this because we definitely have something coming for you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so you might have to limit your movement a little bit, because I know once we're getting the conversation, you start moving around, and I noticed that once you start doing that, but who knows? We never know what it is exactly. All we know is that the internet is not as strong as we like it to be. It could also be it's 5 p.m. and people are coming in from work and all that kind of stuff. So, but yes, we're back on. So you were getting ready to tell us the story of yes.
I stopped at the moment.
Oh, I think
where
it's
I
freezing.
said, "Oh, this person."
Oh, somebody was trying to call you? Is somebody trying to call you? Yeah, I think somebody's trying to call.
No.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Yeah, but I think it's freezing.
Can you hear me?
I'm so sorry, Prestige family. We try to make it work. I can hear you. But it's going in and out. It's going in and out. All right. Yeah, it's going in and out.
Let me try.
No, I think it's because somehow it's better now. As you were moving to grab, don't change it. As you were grabbing, it's better now. As you were grabbing the earpiece. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
clearly?
Let's try this. Yeah, clearly, yes.
All
Yeah, but
right.
it's frozen again. It's frozen again. Yeah, it's going in and out. The internet connection is not good. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Just give me one
Okay.
second.
All right. All right.
Okay.
All right. Sure.
So I just,
So let's do this. It's in backstages. We're gonna see if we can make something work. There are some stories I was gonna cover later on today, but maybe we should just get into it, right? We're here. After all, we're here, right? Dilo said I meant Didi. Okay, all right. We're back. Let's cover this story. We'll try to see if we can bring it back on. I'm not sure if he's going to try to see if other people are on the internet or anything like that. You know, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. That internet connection is not looking good. It's gonna be struggle, probably worse. It'll actually look worse than it was that day already. So, and I don't want to drag you guys through that. So, first of all, let's get into this Emeka Ike stuff. Okay, let's get into Emeka Ike. The story that was on Robin Minds earlier on today. You know, I saw everybody empathizing with him. I empathize with him because that type of trauma he went through, especially in the last 10 years, you know. But I think I should bring you guys up to speed. All right, I'm gonna play this so we can mark where the video is, and I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, welcome back. So let's see here. Let's first of all share this. And one second. We're back. All right. So I'm gonna play a short video for you. Basically, Emeka Ike is a Nigerian actor. We grew up on him. The internet is saying he's now, hold on a second, he's now 57 or 56 years old or so. So I'm gonna play this video for you. Let's see. There you go. Boom. All right. There you go. And then we'll take
that year. Okay, all that just died for no reason, and we're all now using video clubs, right? All died for no reason, and now we only get used to using the decoders. So the transition from using jackets, buying movie in jackets, to decoder, that was where you lost us. We're not included. Our opinions was not engrafted into that process. So the people that made the policies out there just yanked us off, and we couldn't do what we needed to, or what we loved doing anymore. Then to Emeka Ike.
All right, so here he's talking about how they disappeared. I see you, Chief. I'll come right to you. How they disappeared from the industry, right? And already there's lack of accountability. There's already lack of accountability in that, right? But I remember when piracy was happening in Nigeria. Let me see. My uncle will remember this. That I used to have this conversation a lot with him. Let me bring it up. You remember I used to have this conversation, Uncle, about piracy. Are you there? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Can he hear me? Can you hear me, sir? I don't think you can hear me. Yes, you, Uncle Deji. I Chief. Yes, I Chief. Are you there, sir? Yes.
yeah.
Yes, you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You're back on. All right.
Yeah. Is it
All right.
clear right now? Huh?
No, it's still freezing. It just froze after the third frame. No, it just froze after the third frame. Yeah, the internet is just bad right now. Yeah, it's something. It's something we need to sort. We need to sort it out. We're gonna need to sort it out. We're gonna have to be patient and sort it out. Shengbomi, you're going in and out.
I thought we worked. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me. Yeah. Your story deserve proper streaming. We need to make sure it's right, because every other frame is going in and out. You feel me? Yeah. So I was saying, let me try this with what I was saying. Do you recall me talking about piracy some 10, 15 years ago? And I said, I don't know if you remember me saying, well, you will know that's my style anyway, that piracy is not your problem. The world is moving in a different direction. And if you don't wake up, you will have yourself to blame for it. Do you recall that? Yeah, he's out. He went out. Yeah, I used to say that a lot because I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a quick story. Okay. When the way you do one thing is how you do everything else. Keep that at the back of your mind always. Okay. We're gonna bring my uncle back properly. Okay. We're gonna get it right. Okay. Want to make sure it's right. It might be the time of the day too because he lives in a mansion with other people. So it could be that, you know. But yes, Emeka Ike used to be, we all grew up on him. He was one of the finest actors out of Nigeria. If you're talking Yul Edochie, you probably have, before him was the Emeka Ikes, you know. And Emeka Ike, boy, Yoruba, like he's a Lagos boy, you know, I think, you know, but he understands Yoruba. His Yoruba is smoother than mine, you know. And back then I would be like, you know, so I actually tried to launch an app long before there was apps. Okay, what was the name I called it? I think it was Afro Melodic TV, something like that. I tried to do it, just wasn't my forte, you know. I actually tried to launch before they started putting movies on the internet, you know. As soon as I noticed that these actors and actresses started complaining about piracy, I just knew that, yeah, nah. You say something else. You remember, how many people remember Napster? How many people remember Kaza? If you don't know, if you don't get it, no, I haven't played it in a while. You get it? You get it? No?
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
If you don't get it, forget about it. Just think piracy, like stealing their content. People had access to their content by way of digital ways. He said decoder, whatever that means. I don't know what that means, but bottom line is that CDs inside of jackets and all, or decoders where you can copy CDs and stuff like that. Once they started doing that, and they started this piracy, okay, and okay, policy. He said policy, right? Once they write policy, and like now I think they are a little bit wiser and smarter now, right? So when they bring policy into, like, okay, they completely left us out of that program. Well, you learn from that. You need to be involved in the policy making that affect your industry, right? But anyway, more importantly, I'm hearing no accountability in just that rhetoric. Like, oh, they just took them out of the industry. Like, no, they didn't. You weren't paying attention, and it's okay. It's been happening since the beginning of mankind. You weren't paying attention, and somehow, some way, the consumers were ahead of you, and you were arguing you were calling the consumers the thief. Think about that. Think about that. Content creators, right, were calling their own consumers thieves.
He shock you.
So I'm already hearing lack of accountability, right? So now if you go into this particular video, right, let me rewind what he said.
Our opinions was not to decoder booms that year, okay? All that just died for no reason. And we're all
for no reason. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. You might not know what the reason is. You're not educated. Somebody say, oh, you're nitpicking his words, whatever. But I'm talking about people have patterns. You know, if they don't know how to hold themselves accountable in one area of life, there's a good chance they will have a hard time holding themselves accountable in other areas of life. Just a chance. It's not absolute, okay? So
films, what do you call rented houses? Where you rent
from
those
video
shops,
clubs,
those booms that year, okay? All that just died for no reason.
No, they died for a good reason. The consumers were moving in a certain direction. And if you don't pay attention to it, I'm sorry. I know it's tough. You lost your livelihood. A bunch of people lost their livelihood. I know. It's harsh. Harsh realities of life. Because the world is always either progressive or decreasing or evolving or devolving. You have your choice how you want to call it, but the world is moving away from whatever it is in this moment, and if you don't pay attention to that, yeah,
we are all now using video clubs, right? All died for no reason, and now we only get used to using the decoders. So the transition from using jackets, buying movie in jackets, to decoder, that was where you lost us. We're not included. Our opinions was not engrafted into that process. So the people that made the policies out there just yanked us off, and we couldn't do what we needed to or what we loved doing anymore. Then Emeka Ike was depressed for a long time out of some marital whatever. And
so he was depressed from some marital whatever, okay? You notice how that conversation seamlessly transitioned into his marital life. Again, what he went through is tough for any human being, okay? But if we're trying to extract lessons, we cannot stop at empathy. We can't afford to stop at empathy, okay? We need to okay, now what can we learn from that terrible? Let's hear what he has to say.
And I was hiding. I was in shame for what I didn't do. So that's sometimes the price you pay for being large. So I was depressed. I was short-circuited for no reason, and I had to just hide my face until I know what was wrong with me. I could tell you at a point I wanted to kill your Ebuka. I was looking for Ebuka. I thought I was going to see him in this show. I was like, Ebuka, I would have killed you for nothing.
Why?
But they came here and they called me a madman. Now, I was really angry and bitter that how could you just use such a word on air without coming to know who I am?
All right, so yeah, that would be nice, right? That would be playing it fair, right? But that's not how the world works. Unfortunately, that is not how the world we live in works, okay? Again, waiting for someone to come and be nice to you before you can know how to react to life crisis does not work. You have to your expectations have to be managed. The idea that people will come and hey, let us be nice to you. Come and tell us, let me know before you are evil to me. That would be nice if they do that, but whenever that happens, consider it a blessing. Consider it a privilege. Consider it grace. Consider it unmerited favor, right? It's not your right. I'm hearing a lot of this is our right. On paper, it could be your right, yeah, but it's a little bit different in real life, But let me play this other one here. Let me play this clip right here. All right, hold on 1 second. Let's see. I see you, Chief. I'll bring you up in a second. He's back. We're gonna see if we can get to this. Okay. All right, let's try this again.
He never came out to clarify anything.
They said he never came out to clarify anything.
The same people that are bullying you on the internet, they are still there. They're going to say whatever you say. They were like, no, don't mind him. He's still missing her. Why? Go ahead, move on. They just make you feel like, what's going on? And if you are not prepared to handle it, you'll be crushed.
He's right. Right? The same people that they will be there, that the one that are bullying you will continue to bully you, if you want to call it bully, sure, but it's called social media. It's a user generated, a lot of it is user generated content, comments, a bunch of people that are not regulated. We have an opinion about what you have to say. That's not the reason why you come and clear the air. The reason why you clear the air is for the record, right? You just make it for the record. You don't worry. You need to manage your expectations. You need to not be attached to the outcome. If he doesn't know this, the experience he's had is making sense to me so far. I'm just saying. Yeah, Chinye said, Emeka, like the actor, what's going on with him? He's telling us that his wife, basically, he said his wife. Let me show you guys something. He said his wife, you can move the camera down a little bit. We can only see your head. Move the camera down. I can only see your glasses from the level of your glasses. So you need to kind of face you. Aha. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Let me see if it's better. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
You can hear me loud and clear. Okay. All right. You're flowing too. That means as in like the stream is flowing a little bit better. So hopefully we can. So just hold it right there, and I'll be right back. Okay. We're gonna try it again. Let's see.
Beautiful girl, sparkling eyes, killing tight. I found a beautiful girl.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
All right, so they're saying much better, Chief. So hopefully, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I see your mouth shaking. Yeah, I can't hear him now suddenly.
But you were hearing me before,
okay,
right?
Yeah, it can happen at any second. The whole thing can get clogged up at any second. Now I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's get straight into it.
All right.
You remember where you stopped, I'm sure.
That's right. So when this lady came to Abuja, and I was inquiring, by the way, how did you trace your way to my office? How did you? He said, well, she traced it through the address at the
on the newspaper.
At the back. Yeah, the back of the newspaper. So I said, okay. I asked all the right questions. So what brought you? This told the story of wanting to write why, not having the money and jam and all that. I'm like, oh, I know your dad. Your dad cannot be that broke. Tell me what is going on. That was when she mentioned, man, be work.
One good work.
Tried. Yeah, I tried. So I tried to disabuse her mind about I did not even understand the meaning of one way work anyway. Later, people told me, it meant things like Aristo, doing runs and all that. Oh,
doing runs, yes.
Yeah, I was this. I mean, we all were together. You remember that there were certain kind of languages, kind of words like F words would not come out of my mouth. You remember in those days, and then
right. Even till today, you're not really you don't swear. That's not who you are.
Right. Yeah, right. And when people do that, I'm like, oh, it's always a red flag for me when people swear that, okay, swearing shows that this person really has something. Because I always I have this tendency to attach that with somebody telling a falsehood somehow and trying to just
right. They must come from a certain type of home. They are liars, they are thieves, they are all the everything.
Not necessarily so. Not necessarily so sometimes, but
but you look at them sideways, Sha. Like you don't want.
That's right. So somehow, and I didn't just get that language. Seriously, I didn't get it. But later on, I got it. So the following morning, when she wanted to leave, the story had caught me, and you know me. You know me more than any other person, anyway. So
I tried.
I tried to give her a check of 5,000 naira, but I said, what if this person turns around to use this to blackmail me? I just took her straight to their bank, withdrew the money, and I said, okay, find your way back home. I did not see her until I visited home, December of 2000. That was the time we were mourning the sagacious late chief J.S. Fagboyegun.
Okay, so I actually came home. I actually came home that same time. I was turning 21. I came home for my birthday.
That's right.
From here. Yeah, 2000 right. November. So you're talking about around November.
I came to Usho, December to.
December. Okay, yeah. So
the Berean family. Remember the unfortunate incident of the fuel. The fuel tanker that busted into flames.
Yeah, I was home. I just told you I was in Nigeria for 2 weeks. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah.
happy to commiserate with the family of a
The
late
family, right?
Yes,
The tanker at Ife, that took
at Ife.
my
Yeah,
uncle's life. Yes.
yeah, that unfortunate incident. So that was the moment I started asking Shefumi. You remember Shefumi, right?
I know she
Shefumi,
for me, our cousin, right? Yeah.
yeah. So our mutual cousin, because the mother is related to my dad. I mean, my dad through the mother side at Obaile, the South
Okay,
family.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, Shefumi was confused about the name I was asking him. Later, I said, "Oh, it could be this one." So I don't want to mention anybody's name too much. So
Right,
because this person that I've married now moved on, and I don't want to
right,
make a marriage miserable. I don't want
right,
to
right,
do any TikTok. Like what they did to me. I mean,
right.
if you must have this mental magnitude that makes you to think bigger than the small thoughts people have and the way they think, oh, we can really mess life up for you. I've moved beyond all that. So the truth of the matter is that, so the moment they now said, oh, this is the identity of this person, the real name. Okay, let her know I'm around. So I moved from there to Ayede Ogbese to attend the Harvest program, the
Okay.
Harvest Thanksgiving at St. Andrew's Anglican Church. While in that church, I'm celebrating with the late Kabiyesi, who was the Baba Ijo of Professor Oluyede. Message came that somebody was waiting for me, and I'd be waiting and waiting. And, okay.
And this is in the Ogbesa show.
Ayede Ogbese.
Ayede Ogbese, okay.
I've left the show.
Okay.
Went ahead to Ayede Ogbese, 4 kilometers apart. So I was in the house at Ayede Ogbese from church. Somebody who had just attended church, can you imagine? And then one thing led to the other, and things happened. I'm not going to be too graphic here.
No, things happen. They get it. They get it.
That's right. And this person, I didn't hear from this person a month after, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And then a message came for me from nowhere. A woman who was claiming to be my mother. And everybody in my office in Abuja, the newsroom then, they were like, oh, he told us his mother died. And that must have been 9 years before that unfortunate visit from this phantom individual.
So somebody randomly called and they claimed to be your mother. And everybody in the office...
That became a big scandal. Okay,
right.
So we know him to be to operate in integrity. How come the mother is alive?
Now, why would he lie about his own mother?
Like, no. See, there is this I don't believe the superstitious baloney anyway, but they said, you see a ghost,
maybe Yak came back.
Yeah, so I said, my mom died. I witnessed not that.
You guys, if the experience is bad,
like
let me know. We can always do it again, okay? Let me know in the chat if the experience is too bad. But yeah, I continue, Chief. Share about me.
Yeah, so I now told the people, my colleagues in the office, you people should scoop some sand and we know the ghost and my mother died, and I don't think that he will be coming back to this life in this cycle. So
in this dispensation.
Later on, while I was filing my report, in those days we used to write longhand and would feed it into the fax machine, where the copies would be picked at the head office in Lagos, and then the process of production will kick in. So I finished filing in my news report, and I was waiting for this imaginary mother to come. Lo and behold, the person came, and I said, they told me she was waiting downstairs. I said, no, you have to come over here. Come and report yourself to my editor, how you really gave birth to me. What is this? Could this be a joke?
So let
I
me
don't
get
even-
this straight, though. Is this particular lady not her mother? It's just actually her that claimed to be your mother.
The wife of our uncle was the person.
The wife
was
of
the
our
purveyor
uncle.
Of that message.
So it's like she's
Yes.
our auntie. We can say our auntie, Sha, by way of marriage.
Our aunt. So
Okay.
she was the one who showed up, and
Okay.
she didn't want to. She did not climb upstairs anymore, and they said she wanted to talk to me heart to heart. She asked me if I knew the lady. I said yes. You had anything to do with her? I said yes. Like 6-7 months ago. Okay, go through this letter, and in that letter was the side note. If you don't accept pregnancy, had not even told me before that you were pregnant, but now in breaking the news of your pregnancy to me, he said that thing we did 7 months ago. It comes to pregnancy, and if you don't accept it, everybody in my family has known there's not going to be any abortion, and if you don't accept it, I will kill myself. I just said, go and kill yourself. But you tell me that you want to kill yourself. If you really want to kill yourself, do I look like a pauper? This is my baby. This is my baby. I would accept responsibility. As the mother, that woman, I said, certainly, from your look, you don't look like I will not be able to take care of her business. And I said, so this is about, she said she was actually with me to deny that I will be arrested. And you will arrest me for what? Why do
For
you
what
people
exactly?
talk,
Especially back then.
Like this? Because, even now, you still find people with that kind of mentality in Nigeria. Instead of providing mental support for a child that may be going through a girl child or a young woman that may be going through the troubles of being in that situation, all they want to do is to arise and make it look like they are enforcing discipline. It's not August. Anyway, I said there won't be need for you to want to say you are aborting. I gave that woman 5,000 naira. You don't get the next. In those days, maybe the transportation fare from Akure to Abuja would be like 500, 600 naira. It was really, unlike today, it may cost close to 25,000 to make that trip. I don't know.
I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
Yeah. So she went back, and I told them, I promised I would see them. So the next time, I actually got permission, and I traveled to Akure, and I showed up, and I honed up there. But my friend Shegun Adedipe, who originally introduced the lady to me, said, "Come, Dimeji, these people want to just take advantage of you. I know more than 4 guys dating this girl. I also was going to have a bite of it, but somebody rudely showed up the day it was supposed to happen." I said, well, this creates a dilemma, but in the meantime, I'm man enough to take care of it. After the baby's, after the child is born, we can go for DNA. But remember, in those days, DNA was not yet a popular thing. I don't even think it was available in Nigeria. We're talking of year 2001.
2001,
around June, July of that year.
That's 22 years ago. I doubt it.
Yes, at any rate, I went with our family, checked her into an hospital for prenatal care. At that hospital again, she had gone into what's it called? Into action with the doctor there and the wife, and they were just making it. I had to take a loan of 35,000 naira from my brother-in-law and T.Eb's husband, Mr. Akifashimori. And I told him, I confided in him the situation, the ugly situation in which I find myself. And after I'd even dropped 35,000 for prenatal care, even if you are going to give birth to Prophet Muhammad or Jesus Christ.
or Princess Diana's husband.
I'm telling you, life would be in Nigeria at that time. That thing could not be more taking care of all this. It's just prenatal care, not even the actual stage of delivery. They extorted from me 35,000. The doctor, he is a well-known medical doctor in Akure. I was threatening he will call my editor and he will call this, will call that I impregnated someone. I said, go ahead and call. So if it's a part of the brief of the editor-in-chief to get involved in people's personal thing, then they won't see. But at any rate, I need to go. I have editorial meetings to attend in Abuja. This man locked the gate of the hospital and make sure I did not leave. They had started all kinds of antics, extorting and making me. At the end of the day, I told them
from pregnancy. We're talking about she will be 6-7 months pregnant at this time.
That's right. So I was really showing care that she should get the prenatal care beyond the irresponsible threat of saying she was going to commit suicide if I did not accept pregnancy and all that.
Right.
Is that the progress of making somebody to take responsibility? Certainly, isn't death threat, suicide threat. It's not part of it. Then conniving, going into, actually a plot with a medical doctor to detain me in their facility is not also part of the decent process of getting this address. So at that point, I started being horrible that told me. So I was waiting. No sooner, I remember the way I've been spending money now, and I was on a specific salary. So no sooner did I return to Abuja. A call had come again that I should come. I said, no way. So there was this opportunity to travel in the entourage of then Minister of Education, the late Professor Abraham Babalola Borishade, to Ekiti State.
Right.
There was a function at his hometown, Ushi Ekiti. And then I went with him. On our way back, I opted out of the entourage, decided to see my very old dad. That year, I think my father was 91 years old. And
right.
I had
Baba passed away less than a year after, right?
Yes. Yes. About a year after, but he was 92 when he passed away. This happened in 91. Baba died in 92.
Right.
This happened while Baba was 91 in year 2001. Baba died at 92, year 2002.
Correct.
So I decided to stop to see my dad, to also mind my words, Onyekashi and blessing, and to briefly address this lake with members of my own family, the extended family. And you know the way we are closely knit in the ABITOGUN family. My two elder brothers, the late Chief High Chief Oladimeji Abitogun was waiting. Your dad was also waiting to hear from me. And I said, I had a strong foreboding that somebody, something, somewhere wanted to kill me. And I paraphrased the Holy Bible where it said the thief it will not only come to steal, but to kill and totally destroy. So, and I started saying, praise the Lord, I feel I'm not going to just die like that. Lo and behold, I left our house at 126B, Hospital Road, Akure, for the park, the total filling station. So I wanted to hail a vehicle, and then these people came, and they said, oh, we know you, we can offer you a ride to Abuja. And me, I was having my own, I was windsurfing, that this is this little known, this is a relatively known journalist, a kind of celebrity that is going to be offered a free ride all the way to Abuja. Not knowing that I had been trapped by individuals.
You didn't know it was one chance.
Displeased with the way. Yeah, would I call it one chance? No, this is a targeted thing. The one chance people would pick on people randomly to rob and dispossess. But these ones were on a pre-planned mission. You remember that I was reporting on the story of individuals who had frisked away public funds and the properties in Abuja.
Right.
And that matter was being attended to by the Code of Conduct Tribunal in Abuja. And the chairman of that tribunal had accused me because I had reported verbatim the confessions of the general who had committed, one of those who had committed that infamy during the Abacha years. So the chairman had threatened me and accused me of doing media trial. Now, why would I? And the newspaper company for which with which I worked, why would we give the blow-by-blow confession of the embattled general? So people were not really happy about that. About that explosion. The expose that were coming from the comment newspapers. So these were the people who were the masterminds behind the attempt to kidnap and kill me. And they had induced that I was really dizzy, and they were mocking me, saying, "Oh, this is the Superman. You've been warned not to report anymore, but you continue to do this."
So you were already in the car, and they were saying these things to you in that car, and they were driving you to God knows where.
Yeah, I was feeling dizzy.
You were feeling dizzy too.
Like I was under influence, but my mind was awake, and I knew this road.
Now, when you say you were feeling dizzy, did you drink something? Did you intake anything?
No, it was coming from a certain substance. They must have sprayed on me without me knowing. So I was passing out and coming through, and so I proposed with him that, look, the road through which these people would drive would also pass through ABITOGUN. They were going to see real James Bond stuff whenever we got to ABITOGUN. And luckily, when we got, it was a Sunday, and you know how big the ABITOGUN market is. So when we approached that place, I saw a luxury bus. I wouldn't know where it was coming from, but Chisco, I remember vividly, blue, and it was climbing over one of the bumps. So I just sprang up and decided to take the steering from the driver to aim it for the, to head on to the oncoming luxury bus, so that we all would completely.
It would be over for everybody.
Yes, I would not because what they were saying were really, really scary. So I had imagined what they were going to do to me. Then this issue of kidnapping and terrorism had not even spiked in Nigeria like it is today. That would be part of the carryover of the evil agenda of people who had nicked Nigeria over and over. And that is what you have seen today, that has festered, that has proliferated. Anyway, the driver also, coming to the end of his wit, decided to struggle with me. So we all ended. So the turning of the wheel was just too swift and too radical. So the thing went to the left, and we all bashed into a vehicle, I think a pickup truck that was parked by the roadside. That was the last I remembered. I just passed out. My legs had been shattered, wound to my stomach, my head. Oh my gosh. And when people brought out all kinds of equipment. Even people who had come to feast on the scene of the accident. You know, in Nigeria, instead of assisting to rescue, People will just begin to take pictures.
It's entertainment for them,
which is very gory and
because
disappointing.
I've had some interesting experience with that in Nigeria. One day I will tell that story. You and I had an experience too. One day we'll tell that story. You remember the experience?
Oh, which one? The one of the girl that left.
No, not that one. The one with my father's 504.
Yeah, did I drove you guys?
But that story for another day. That story for another day.
Yeah. The guy drove you guys to going over. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, when you were talking about you took the steering, that kept flashing into my head because you took the steering that day too. But continue.
At any rate, so we ended up in a dish, and those people were still trying to kill me. Then the people of ABITOGUN said, "Oh, it's Omo Baba," and they started shouting, "Ole, thief!" And, people like Brother Jidaudu, Bra Ajaibejide, Abella, of blessed memory. He was murdered by irresponsible policemen in ABITOGUN. And who else? Okay.
So you're trying to say they survived and they were still trying to hurt you?
Oh yes, they were going to burn me alive in that thing, and the people rescued me. So I was taken to a local clinic where a nurse said, bros, I know you. If you continue here, you will die. Look at the way your leg is already swollen, and all the bone, my right femur had been shattered, and it was
shattered.
Completely shattered into smithereens, and the sound was like you putting coins in a bottle and you are rattling it. So this was the situation in which I find myself. I was passing out and coming through. Then I was taken on emergency to Federal Medical Center, Owo. Later, the lady whose Izu was also part of, apart from me trying to, stop by to see my dad, to see my daughter, Blessing, and what have you. This lady too now showed up with the new. I was not conscious, but the surgery on my leg had been done. Anti-rotation bar placed on my leg, 1 plate and 12 screws in my leg. The cost of a one night stand. And now stories started flying around, and people, instead of allowing me to inform my ex on my own terms, I will not lie. And later when she asked me, I told her, but the circumstance was quite different, because this lady now had approached people in my family and was telling them that, his wife is Igbo. She can be easily edged out. After all, she had not given birth to any child for him. So my elder sister Antebu, my younger sister Bikwe, will not hear of that. They took out broom and they said they would descend on her if she did not remove herself from the house. That we don't know our brother to be a two-timer. He is always committed to any relationship, and it's not that kind of person.
To a fault, even to a fault, we won't tell like, okay, but did you let them go? But he's a straight line type of person. Wow.
Yeah, so,
that's crazy.
She showed up. She showed up in the hospital to, I don't know, the mission. Like maybe she said she had come to.
And at this time, was she still pregnant, or she already had a baby?
She came with the new baby.
So she came with a new baby to the hospital to come and see you, quote unquote.
And see me. That would let you know. I mean, in June, July, she was coming with advanced pregnancy. August, I was in intensive care, recuperating from a very serious surgery. I was in the operation room for more than 12 hours when they operated on me. And then she came later with the newborn baby. Okay. I said, I have no qualms with your baby. If the baby is mine, why not? I will have my baby in the future. But you I have no business with you. I think I've been blackmailed almost to the point of almost getting killed. So that is one thing about that. Now managing this information, months later, I got a referral for further medical treatment and rehabilitation in the United States here, and I came. But somebody, of course, because I was already going blind, somebody was already.
So before you continue about the going blind, can you reiterate, because I think you skipped that. I know you said it the last session we had, but reiterate what you know to have caused the going blind, because now today you're legally blind. Can you reiterate that before we continue to the rest of the story?
Yeah, what happened was that while in the hospital at the Federal Medical Center, I'd noticed that I was spotting broken lines whenever I wanted to read. Initially, I was reading, and of course, you know me.
You're a reader.
You knew me too.
You couldn't do it.
An avid reader.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and at this point, your dad presented me with a Bible dictionary, gave me a Dake's Bible, and let me just express a sincere appreciation to him, your mom, even people like Brother Phillips from All Christians Fellowship Ministries, in those days. I was an Anglican, but by proxy, because of your dad, I had become part of that APFM family,
All Christian Fellowship Ministry.
Yes, my late elder sister, Tiyadu, Brother Ade, of blessed memory too.
Right. Uncle Ade, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dr. Adebowale Abitogun, formerly at Rufus Giwa Poly.
Oh, yeah, he did have his PhD, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Mrs. Fagba Nigbe, Mama of Aki, I think Aki now in Canada. So all of them, they were coming and praying and giving me materials to study. So it was in that process that I started spotting broken lines, and I was having a feeling of having a having purples in my eyes, intense headaches and all that. And I complained to the doctors there that I felt something was wrong with my eyes, and they said, well, here they don't have what do you call it? They don't have an eye clinic. At Federal
There's no eye clinic.
At Federal Medical Center over year 2001, August to December of that year, there was no eye clinic there. So
nothing. Some kind of referral, some type of on-call doctors. Akure is about 30 minutes away. Nothing like that.
No, nothing like that. But they did a yeoman's job, a good job, fixing my broken femur, the damage to my to the right side of my stomach. Could have been from a gunshot, could have been anything, but they fixed that. And then the injury to my head. So what happened was that very drastically, the vision in my left eye went out. So much so that I lost the use of the left eye. Then the right eye was getting seriously bad, to the point that on a scale of maybe 10 on, it would be 10 upon 100, and it was so bad. It was really bad. So when I got to the US, extensive tests were carried out at Truman Eye Clinic of the University of Missouri in Kansas City, and Dr. Krishna there, an Indian American, not American Indian, an Indian American, like Nigerian American. So gotcha. From from India in Asia. Did so much with his team to stabilize me, and then people like Mr. and Mrs. Mark Baker, these are Caucasian Americans. They rallied support the church, Covenant Harvest Church, and then the late Reverend and Mrs. Bill Johnson, the wife Sammy Johnson, they were there. they were sourcing funds to make sure that things were okay. And all these people I knew through the goodwill of my ex, Elizabeth. But when, but I had started seeing some change of attitude in her at that point. I would not want to glamorize all the things that stem from that. But that was the beginning of my going blind. You know, and, it was so painful. So much so that there were times I would have this urge to be so creative, want to write, but see, the limitation would always come from the fact of them being able to see clearly anymore. So it's been so pricey for me to have acted with indiscretion at some point. But do I allow that to beat on me? No, certainly not like the not like the pains and the anguish of the marriage breakup that later stemmed from there. So
Now, so you were married for how many years?
From year 2000 to 2019, and 3 years courtship before that. Yes, 3 years courtship before that.
And 3 years courtship.
Even then, after this, after some time, this lady was reaching out to me that that girl was my daughter, and I was telling them that, well, there is still this puzzle there. There must be a DNA. Before this baby was born, it had been said that you've been seen with about 4, 5, 6 men.
Well, too many people
at different times. Too many people. So we would need to address that. I would never be so irresponsible as to start denying the fact of us being together at some point. Very briefly though. But she started painting the picture of us having a long and sustained relationship. No, that's not true. That's not true.
So she started to paint the picture that there was a long sustained relationship.
That's right. And at some point, having lobbied some people in the extended family, they were now telling me, "Oh, let her have more children for you now." I'm like, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Then she probably did not. Yes, she did not also understand that I do not look at things from all these jaded tribal and ethnic prisons. Oh, the wife is Igbo. Can we hedge her out? And no, that's not me. And nobody in my family will stand for that. That is an utter contradiction to the Tales by the Moonlight that I was hearing later. Maybe people like if my family hate Igbo, why would my father and other elders in Ayedo during the Civil War years, why would they offer protection to Igbos in the community? We all are one. I even grew up and still have several Igbos as my friend. Of course, you've been with me in company of the late Minister of Foreign Affairs and what have you, Chief Ojoma Adwekwe, my very good friend.
When he was an ambassador at the time, right?
When he was High Commissioner to Canada, you were with me the day he started lamenting about the way he was being treated by the Jonathan administration. We talked about all those things at some other.
I remember that. Even with the only Nigerian president I've ever seen in person, that was Jonathan at the time as well. And Mama Peace waved like, "Hey, my children!" in the lobby in New York City, like, "Who is this one's children?"
You remember how people got in touch with me that Mama Peace was going to come to Kansas City, and we had mobilized everybody to welcome her. We committed resources worth over $50,000
Okay.
only for them to cancel on us a week to the event. That's the thing. And Nigerian officials, the way they throw people on that, man, arising from that did not allow me to even step out on the street for weeks. Even with my condition, I still offered to do something for Nigeria, and then look at the way Nigeria treated me. So if Mama Peace, even the term Mama Peace that she's using, it was my college. That is my intellectual property. So
really,
so many of them like that. Oh yes, even
tell us about that.
One, no, not today.
Okay.
Not today. Yes, everybody in Kansas City, everybody in Kansas City will remember the event I'm talking about. Who had to host that? You know, even look at the sacrifices we made. The Nigerian authority having to put the names of people like me, people like Omoyele Sowore, Jackson Uday, Churchill Umoren, Sunday Fashe, what's the name of this man? Emmanuel Asiwe. They put our name on watch list just because we exposed the fact that Jonathan, the fact that Yaradua had died in Jeddah and that they were just fooling everybody and refusing Jonathan the right of succession as the vice president. Then they decided to list us on their security watch list.
I mean, that's to be expected. I think you were detained a couple of times in trying to enter Nigeria, right?
Each time I went through, initially I was going through Nadeko route through arrive Ghana and then travel.
Wala.
Yeah, but yeah. So all these things happened. And when I hear certain journalists trying to demonize some of us overseas today that we were cowards, where were we? We left just because. So I should stay there and allow them to snuff the life out of me. I don't know.
All of that is irrelevant. Yeah. It's just
yeah. People should just journalists report and stop taking sides with them because they are supposed to put the people in government to check concerning their excesses. But when you now step out and begin to behave as if you are their minister of information and all that, they don't even know where to draw the line, and it makes them happy. So I continued with responsibility of providing for this little child, and was even paying the tuition. But what I found out is that
somebody said, "Please DNA, sir." Somebody said, "Please DNA, sir." Like they are rooting for you.
All to mind of the lady now. She should submit to the process. Of course, you want to go the full on to do this, but I just look at it that there isn't much to this life to want to make it.
Because the young lady we're talking about is about 22 years old now, 21 years old now.
Oh yes, she was born in the August. I mean, in the month of August of 2001. You know, right. And they named her. They named her, and then having to now start another name struggle in my family without consulting me. They gave her a name, and I don't know.
They gave her a name. They gave her a name. They named her outside of you.
Yeah, without consulting with me, and then that name was now going to clash with the name of my stepson in America here. I said, so yeah, the one that I know to bear this name, God did something great, almighty, something. After the incident of yes. So I said, so where did you get that name? Huh? Yeah. If this person is my child, you will consult me now. I will be the one to give you the
name before you start clashing with the rest of my family. Weary.
That's right. So you went in cahoot with your hidden husband, and then gave a name to that child. But there are still other details. But having paid the tuition on that child, till she left Federal University of Technology, Akure.
You sponsored her all the way through, basically. schooling,
Yes,
all of that.
yes, but
And
what
of course, this
what
type
the
of
mother
people would
was
demand
telling
for everything. They will get everything from you too.
would even come to my apartment in Nigeria to remove television that the girl had no television to watch. Would come and
Jesus
take
Christ.
come and take tablet. So many things. You know, she did so many irresponsible things. Would not even tell them, and then she would look for the most expensive school, not minding.
They are always looking for the most expensive school now. Of course.
Why did they do that? I myself, okay, the way I'm. The
When
way
your own, they'll
I'm
say your own
speaking-
child in America. What do you mean? How did you do that? Your own child in America. What about my own child?
You ask everybody on this platform, the way I'm speaking, does it look like I was born in a village? Does it look like I attended St. Andrew's Anglican Primary School?
Absolutely
Does
not.
it?
No, it doesn't.
If somebody,
It doesn't.
yeah, if somebody attends Eton College, England, you think I will not be able to carry on intelligible conversation, carry out an intelligible conversation with the person? So these are the funny things, the contradictory things this lady perpetuated. Another thing was that she was always in the habit of, I mean, she will insist I should give her the money, but I will go and pay to the school and will keep my record. Yet she would have taken money from her own elder siblings and will be spreading stories.
So she's going around because she's so close to the village and family members. She will also extort those. She will exploit all those avenues.
Other than me, I was the target in ABITOGUN family.
Okay.
Then there was another time she started dating a cousin of ours. Then our father told her yes, then our father told her that, so you don't even know any other circle other than ABITOGUN family. And
must you go back inside that place?
She made a deliberate effort to drag that guy before and late that their relationship should be blessed, and the man drove them away. That was the basis for the mother apologizing to me, and the mother confirmed to me that everybody knew her to be a pathological liar, that she was sorry for
I mean, if you're an Olosho reputation, you probably will lie. But anyway, it's just what it is. They kind of go hand in hand. If you go walk, run, and all of that, I think we should expect that come with lies.
Yeah, there was a day she told me, elder brother, I don't want to mention his name, and that one was going around with a mopo, what do you call it, mobile policemen and sentries, and they were offering him protection. And he was going to tell them to shoot at me. And I said, but I was told you invited me here. So I now told those mopo, so this is what Nigerian taxpayers pay you to do, to dabble into other people's personal family affairs.
You just go there and be asking them questions.
Yeah, I said, so this is what you do. Tell me, what does it do? Is it an elected official? How come? I mean, how did you end up here providing?
Answer to a civilian.
Yeah, what does it do? What does it do for Nigeria? You know, and I'm still looking forward to an encounter, to a confrontation with the guy one of these days. But
why?
Instead of him, I mean, acting like
why do you want confrontation with him?
Because he was he was just trying to do some power show, and I was looking at it. If your people shoot at me, then they are going down. Because whether I'm alive or in death, my ghost would, you know, the spirit is too strong for me to just be killed like that for nothing.
Obviously, this is obvious at this point.
Yeah, so after the footer thing, after paying the way of that child through footer, and I was demanding for DNA, they disappeared on my radar for more than for close to 6 or even for them. Not had anything about them. There was a time I was trying to approach a women affairs ministry in those things. And of course, you know, I'm also a member of the task force for NAPTIP in Nigeria, the agency for the protection of persons against trafficking and all that. So I was trying to establish a case against them, but people continue to tell. But because of this, you know how much I've lost. Marriage, everything. But the good thing is that I do not allow that to define me.
Yeah.
I do so many things, and then my spirit is so high, and then I just feel like people handle things differently. For example, when my ex demanded no, and I told her the truth, in breach of what she had told me, she went completely berserk and decided to.
What do you say? What do you?
I won't talk.
Your expectations must have been a little bit off. Your expectations was off.
I don't know, but let me tell you, we are all human beings. To continue to play God as if somebody or some people do not do stuff out of
being human, just being human. So let me ask you like this, so we can let your data stream breathe.
Let be poor, breathe.
let me ask you this question. I'm here.
Wait. Yes.
Okay, I go.
If Hillary Clinton runs for office 20,000 times, I'm going to vote for her every time she runs for office.
Yeah. It's frozen. I can't hear you. Anybody can hear him? On your coffee break says, Uncle, do not blame your ex if she left for this reason. Not all of us are strong to take this. That's on your coffee break saying that. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. Did you hear the comment I read to you? Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. Did you hear me also applying the brakes that I'm not blaming her for anything?
Right. You've done a fantastic job with that. Plus, Auntie Lizzie is my personal person, so we definitely got to pump brakes there. Now, let me ask you a question. Okay. Let me ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
You know, I always like to put the attention on the person I'm talking to, not the person that's not here. You know, and there's certain persons that don't like my style with that. I think there's always a lesson that we can all take from the opportunities we have in front of us more than the one we don't have in front of us. And a lot of people, most people will rather take more pleasure in casting judgmental, particularly on persons that they're not even privy to have a conversation with, you know. So
that is
in that, so in that particular respect, what would you hold yourself accountable for with regards to your divorce, the demise of your marriage, that you feel like you could have done better, that you feel like you could have been better at as a person? That does not mean you were 100% guilty, everything. It's just like this I do, I could have been better. What would that be, if you would, please?
My momentary indiscretion. Not seeing the red flag. Yes. Somebody hitting at me like that. Hiking a ride for close to 500, 600 kilometers. And then, me too, coming back to our locality, our community, in search of what? Why was I even asking to see her? Then all the stories about father not having money to pay our wife. How was that supposed to be my business at any rate? You know, big lessons to learn. Even recently, one bloke contacted me and said, somebody was going to give away a child or throw away a baby. They needed intervention. I paid more than 300,000 naira to a medical doctor to help them and then refer them to Women Affairs Ministry to see if somebody was going to adopt that child. Do you know that the man at Sotito Bira in Akure was going to say that, I was going to buy a child, and I had to call NAPTIP, and I'm mentioning his name now because
Titobire, he's locked up right now, right?
No. He was released.
Oh, he was released.
Yes, he was released. He was supposed to spend a life in prison, but after he was released, even while he was in prison, I went there to interact with him, to know, to gather facts about that matter. I went there. I even sent him a voice note recently when he was when he was running that charade in his church. I said, this lady on whose behalf I had intervened was coming to your church. You never clothed her. You never fed her. You never provided for her. I don't have any church. Maybe my what's it called? My disability check, out of which I was able to squeeze out over 300,000, got a doctor, a professor of medicine for that matter, to attend to the lady that was going to throw away a baby that you don't know what that child could become in future. So for me, I just want to do good by God and people. But I found out that
there's more to this.
Yeah, it would always lead to unintended consequences.
Yes.
So that's part of the regret for me. And I have to caution Titobire. I have to caution him seriously that you were trying to create the impression to your congregants, to people in your church that, there is a chief somewhere that wants to buy a child. I'm not one of those fetish chiefs. I'm not one of those chiefs that will go into.
Nobody will believe him anyway. Nobody will believe him anyway. But he might have dragged one killer Tokushika.
Listen, Ola, some idiots and gullible fools were in his church that were believing. And there was one guy that was behaving like Zardan, a corrupt official, a social worker that was supposed to be representing the interests of Ondo State government and women's affairs ministry on child adoption and all that. And this is always a sacred a sacred process. Something supposed to be sober. He went to that church to start disclosing official secrets and all that. And I said, so because I referred a girl that wanted to throw away a baby to a doctor, informing NAPTIP, informing women. So I've suddenly become the one that was going to take the child from her. I said, what a shame. Only in Nigeria. I'm still looking forward to an opportunity to yes, I will confront Titobire. Even when I listen to him, it doesn't sound coherent. Only fools and gullible idiots would listen to such a riffraff, a rabble-rouser. I don't understand. Yes.
Like a couple of hundreds of thousands of people in Nigeria. Hungry people.
You need to listen to his montage, his what do you call his kit? I'm in Lagos. Come and receive your miracle. Are you God? These things that have been disproved.
The Nigerians, maybe.
These things that have been disproved during the age of enlightenment. Miracle baloney. Some popes were exposed for these things in Middle Age Europe. If our philosophers rose, and through their treatises and their submissions, people knew that they had killed God. Literally.
Yeah.
It took the intervention of people like Isaac Newton, in spite of his invention of light and what have you, electricity, to also bring people back. And when children of the influential of all these enlightened philosophers were in trouble in Europe, they were now begging that churches should help them again. But to some extent, things were disproved. They would tell, I'm a blind person. If they can really do this, perpetuate this miracle, why have they not done it on me? But I only walk by the miracle of medicine.
So you don't believe that?
I believe, listen, I believe in God, but let nobody play God.
Yes.
God heals.
Nigerians know that they don't have access to God, so anything that looks like God or claims to be God is
you still see, in spite of all that, you still see people come here because they know this is an ordered society. This is a society that has taken care of its business. Yet they still feed them on all the doses of, oh, you are here to do this and do that. So Nigeria, where God resides, look at the social upheaval there, the social tension within that system. So I'm not saying there is no God. I believe in God. I'm a man of faith, but it is personal to me.
Yeah,
I don't wear it,
and that's the reality of it. No matter who is cajoling anything up together to look a certain way, that's the reality of it. Is personal when it comes to faith and religion.
Let me share a joke with you. Somebody called me, a so-called pastor, said, "Oh, I have good news for you. I found a solution to your eye problem." I said, "What's the solution?"
How much in it, sir?
He said I should be looking for a very ripe pineapple. Do you have pineapple in America? I said, certainly we have everything in America. I said, okay, you squeeze the juice from that, keep it for 14 days, and begin to apply it regularly every day. I said, look at this one. It's going to want me to go completely blind again.
Jesus Christ. So ignorance.
Very expensive thing because people reject education.
Ignorance. And I see even close family members, people that are very dear to my heart, very close people, falling for it from time to time.
Then you were going to ask me, I mean, you were asking me about what people felt when I was installed the Odokwete of Ayedeogbese.
Yes, our family, somebody said, citrus in the eye. I don't know what that, but that sounds like a terrible idea. I'm not a medical person.
You're laughing like I'm laughing too.
Listen, Brother Ben, I sent you Brother Ben's platform interview with us here yesterday. You watched it. He's here with us, having us in the chat. He said,
fantastic story.
So let me see. Somebody said, men, keep it in your pants. If not, you will collect.
Yes.
So,
I agree completely.
You agree?
I agree completely. Absolutely. That person is right. I don't collect you now.
Abi, you know, and you know I'm not going to be playing sound effects to my uncle. You know that, especially at iChief. Anyway. No. Wait. So
this is not your. I am the people's Odokwete. I'm not one of those people that are just cranked up and behaving as if they are not. No.
We must give honor to whom honor is due. That's just the reality. So, Brother Ben now answered D Love, who said that earlier. Said, D Love, it's not easy to keep that third Lego. The thing, they hear words sometimes.
See, now help me to tell that person in his what's it called? When he reincarnates, if there's anything like that, if he comes back, we should pray to be man, then we can see how well he can hold the thing.
Low button, wala, low button. Anyway. Yeah, so the family, including my father, they tend to be conservative, and they, anything traditional ruler, which I don't understand. To me, with all due respect,
don't let me say too much.
Okay.
Yeah, don't let me say
because
too much.
It's not just traditional rulership; they do it too, even politics.
Let me also tell you, I've had certain nonsense being peddled not by my elders in my family. I respect them, I doff my hat. But all over the places, they tell you, when a king dies, they remove the hat, somebody has to hit it to become the next king.
Yes,
it's all lies. It's all lies.
Ojoba.
No. It's all lies.
That you ate an oba. I've heard that before. You have ate. They said they took out the heart. Okay, so this person that actually told us this is wait, Chief. This person that told us this is also a very close friend, and he's a prince. And he said there was a big prince of I think it's some kind of village in Oshogbo around. I think maybe Ogun State, something like that. I forgot the name of this.
Has it been private to the burial of any king?
No, and No, what happened? I'll tell you, so you can refute it, right? What happened is he said his father was a king, and when the father passed away, they literally came and they were tussling back and forth, and they were fighting for the body of this man because they said, Tomatin Joba, they have to remove the heart, and they actually cook it for the next person to eat, and that's what it means to Jehovah. That's what it means to eat Oba. It's not. Yeah, now you can go. Yes.
I, as a kingmaker, as an Afobaje, I've never witnessed anybody organizing a lakpata, organizing butchers to come around and dismember a fellow human being like that.
Have you heard that before, though? Have you heard that?
People say all kinds of stuff to perpetuate myth about the place of a king. So if that is the way they treat kings, like worse than ordinarily deer and antelope. So what is the need for anybody to even crave? To even crave? It is all lies. The myth some people perpetuate. I'm not one of those kingmakers that will sit here and begin to feed you with lies.
Okay,
you understand this?
I somehow I trust you to that extent, right?
It doesn't happen like that in my community. And me, I do not belong in any secret society or anything. But for people who also look for, who belong in some mystical orders, maybe all those things they mention by way of tradition in Yoruba land, that is peculiar to anybody. But in the family to which I was born, especially if you have Obaile blood flowing in you, you have Usho blood flowing in you, you don't join any cult. You join a cult, you are going to die miserable at the end of your life. Is that what you want? And I know who I am. I know the family I come from. I'm not one of those. I'm only driven by one thing: leadership. Love.
Now let me ask you this:
and fear of God.
Now let me ask you this, right?
Yes.
Have you gotten into any kind of trouble, or let me say, maybe that's the wrong language, or any kind of conflict because you were invited as an high chief to join certain rituals, and I mean rituals by dictionary sense, that's necessary, and you fought them because of the person that you are? You said, I know who I am. And have you gotten into any kind of conflict because you refused to?
Of course, they know me. They know
so
me.
You have gotten into conflict for refusing to participate in certain activities.
They know everybody.
No. That question is straightforward. Now you're a journalist. Stop it.
They will not come to me with.
Have you got? They will not come to you.
Nobody has ever come to invite me for any such purpose. You know, some people, in order to stand off, they come before you and say, it happened. I did this, I did that. No. Ogun Adubi Otojumija. I did not witness any Ogun Adubi. So, and there's no point telling you that, I performed Gudumeje Yaya Mefa. No. They know the style, the side to which I belong. I am through and through God's child.
So let me change up the question. The answer is good, right? But let me change up the question small, right? Have you gotten into conflict, perhaps indirectly, where they kind of know that they can't involve you in this kind of stuff, but they are trying to oust you, they're trying to get you in trouble, they're talking about you, backbiting you to the KBAC? Have you gotten into conflict for that?
Oh yes, that happens a lot now. That happens a lot. Of course, when people know that you are a man of immense influence and means, they do that. Politics itself is a set of conspiracies. So you can always expect this. You can always expect that as part of leadership process.
Right.
So yes, it happens. But you know what? I try to shrug those things aside as if they don't. For example, there was one guy who coveted the pieces of land belonging to the community and was selling to all kinds of people. And the then divisional police officer, Mr. Samuel Fatola, brought the matter to my attention, and I went into it. And he mentioned that the land came into his possession through his grandfather. I said, "Who is your grandfather?" He mentioned a hoodie of course, you know Boyede and Richard Fabilola, right?
Yes,
Their maternal grandfather, that was Baba Hudi in Ayede Ogbese. And I said,
okay, that person is not a Yoruba person, right?
No, just a settler from Urobo land.
Gotcha. Okay,
And
makes sense.
you know, all these people that says, oh, we have nothing in common with Yoruba. But when this land matter that he had grabbed fraudulently came up, he started claiming to be a descendant of Odudua. I said, curious. I said, this is curious. But at the end of the day, I was able to establish that he did not have any right to that land. You were not titled. And the person that was titled, who was minding the piece of land for the community, had passed on. None of his children ever became Chief Oloro of Ayede Ogbese. So that extent, the land reverts back to the community as a common patrimony. And that was the way. He took us to court. He lost. He went, yes, he tried to get the Fulanis to come and rent land from him. I said, those Fulani cannot stay on our land. It's our land. We are not selling land in Sokoto or Zamfara. We are talking of Ayede Ogbese land then. So at the end of the day, we got the thing back. And I think it's one situation that got everybody pleased in the community that, okay, we were not taking this land for personal what's it called? For personal caprice or benefits, just for the good of the land. Another one I was going to mention to you.
Sure.
Remember when they were talking about Akeredolu being there? It's not. I said I know Akeredolu very well. If Akeredolu was
you mentioned that.
And hearty, if he was ill and hearty, if he is ill and hearty, this will not escape his attention. He will come out and speak. So I was going to tell you how I and people in our community had lobbied the APC government in Ondo State concerning a transformer that needed to be, electricity transformer that needed to be replaced. For more than 9 months, the government did not do anything. So we had the good fortune of them campaigning for second time in office. They still did not do it. Then the campaign trail of Mr. Jegede. Yes.
That was 2019 now, right? That's a while back.
Yes. Jegede came to Ayede Ogbese. And then in his company was Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State.
Right.
And I took the microphone and I threw the challenge at them. Ayede Ogbese had been plunged into darkness for 9 months. Nobody did anything.
For straight 9 months.
You know, within 24 hours, Seyi Makinde, the late Honorable, he said, what was his name? Adedayo Omolafe, expensive. And Jegede, they made it happen. They made it happen. They brought the transformer and there was light in Ayede Ogbese. It was almost like having Isaac Newton all over. You know, when God said, let there be Isaac Newton, there was light.
That must have been a big deal.
Yeah, so this... the video of my request before these people. Somebody transmitted it to Governor Akeredolu. Akeredolu got personal and called me and started pouring invectives on me. And then reported me to somebody again whom I respected a lot and held me responsible for whatever will happen if they will lose. Of course, the people knew those who brought them transformer. And in that election, that particular election, PDP had a narrow win over APC in Ayede Ogbese. So
you said 9 months darkness. That would do it.
Yes.
That would do it. Yeah.
If Akeredolu was hale and hearty, if he was in good health, he would have spoken out about the nonsense being done in his name. And you know the tragedy of it. He has a son. What's his name? This young man behaving like Absalom to David in the Bible. You were not the one. Yes. And the House of Assembly in Ondo State had carried out so much manipulations and machinations. In
the absence of Akeredolu.
Even before Akeredolu left, how did they come? How do we come to this worst form of corruption that is called nepotism? The 1966 January 15 coup, Kaduna Izegu spoke about the evil of nepotism in Nigeria. 31st December 1983, when the military struck, the coup that brought Buhari Idiagbon to government, they highlighted nepotism as one of the ills of the society. Babangida's coup, they highlighted it. The Gideon Oka third coup, they highlighted these things. Nepotism. The next thing Akeredolu did when he got into office was to get Babajide, his son, legitimized as a so-called director general in charge of projects and what have you. So the amount of money going through that boy's phone, being received as alert on that boy's phone will shock you. He was never voted into office, and he is the one that went into connivance with his mother and the Debo Adebowale. Donyo Odebowale, who gallivands all over the place. That guy can lie and will say Akeredolu said this, Akeredolu said that.
So your conviction right now is that he's not doing well. He has no idea what's going on.
I'm supremely confident that Akeredolu is not in good health. They should give full disclosure. I mean, as a senior lawyer, why are they? Why? I mean, this is beneath his place. Honestly, there should be more. There should be more decorum. There should be more decency. The way they treat the people, it is showing that they have no respect for the people of Ondo State. And when Ondo State people begin to push back, they won't like the and they already. I think they have been served the breakfast they deserve.
Is he? Rotimi Akeredolu is in this second term, correct?
Yes, he is. Okay,
it's in the second term. So, when you say when Ondo State people start to, what do you envisage that would look like in terms of?
You remember the mantra of Tinubu when he first brought Akeredolu on board against Mimiko. The mantra of Tinubu trying to appoint an Ajele, a district officer for Ondo State. That is what he has just demonstrated, saying that in the name of reconciliation and mediation, making Ayedatiwa to sign a do we call it a prenup on the bind on the boundaries, to keep him in check, not to take full control, so that if he signed a letter purportedly to make him resign if he went beyond certain bounds. That is him like behaving like the headmaster. Tinubu, in a democracy, behaving as if he's the headmaster of the people of Ondo State. Is the president of Nigeria. What that means is he's first among equals. Among equals, he just presides. He does not own any territory, anybody. So he should not. He should not take himself too seriously, saying that the acting governor of Ondo State should resign when it comes to certain critical issues. By now, I will expect Ayedatiwa to rejig the entire place. I mean, there should be a shake-up in a seismic way, a kind of political earthquake in Ondo State. That is what I expect. And of course, in the past 2 weeks, the wife of the governor, the son, Babajide, nobody has been able to reach them, because I think they are really running with their tails behind them now. You know, it is good to have cross-cultural marriages, but don't abuse the privilege. She went to
the wife is Igbo, right?
She's from Imo State.
Imo State.
Imo State. She went there the other day to become a senator. They told her, we have given you out in marriage. Go back to Ondo State. And when you are in Ondo State, behave like a true wife. Don't just begin to run people around and then make them feel like they are nobody. That's what she, Babajide, Donyo Debowale, and a few other characters in the government, that is what they have done. And I'm surprised at the conduct of the spineless lawmakers in Ondo State. They can't stand up to anything. They are only excited about impeachment. So how are they going to justify all the forged signatures with which they have withdrawn several billions.
Right.
In the name of Akeredolu. Akeredolu never authorized those withdrawals. A good wife should make sure that the husband is okay first, and then you can take care of the husband first, then all other things will be added onto you.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the kingdom rule.
So there's a couple of comments here I want to read to you.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, Uncle is right. Ondo political oligarch. Show you money, yani. Oligarch. Okay.
Like Russian oligarch.
I wouldn't know. But anyway, oligarch are a disgrace to the community. And then he goes on to say everything APC touch is a disaster. And then if the governor is sick, let him vacate the position. And then he goes, Bala Blue has corrupt.
Different from Bala Blue.
Bala Blue has corrupt everybody. Wala. Yeah. So, I mean, Nigeria is a very interesting place. We're going to be talking about this more and more. Everybody, please go and subscribe to Chief's Political Commentary on YouTube. We're going to start on January 7th, Sunday. It's every Sunday. It's going to be him and I, but we'll also open the panel for people who want to be a part of the conversation. But we're going to pick some of the trendy political Nigerian politics and some pop culture stuff too, and we'll be talking about it on Sunday evenings. Okay, so please be on the lookout for that. I have Brother Ben here. Brother Ben, my guy.
Abao.
How you doing?
I'm good. I've been listening to Uncle, enjoying Uncle's point of view and everything.
I be want to steal my uncle too. Which one be this one?
Me, I dey like Uncle, so I learn from uncles a lot. You know now.
Which one will be this one like this? How you doing, brother?
When you hang around these uncles, you learn so much. I just like to make I just feel them they talk so that I go acquire some knowledge.
Abio.
Uncle Ekushel, well done, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Actually, I was enjoying your story and all the wisdom you have to share with us. And once you start talking about this Ondo State matter, it hits a kind of chord with me.
It got you tickled.
Yes.
Because Ondo is far.
Oh, Ondo is very far.
Chief, do you know where Igbo Bini is? Igbo Bini.
Igbo Bini. Yes,
Yes.
man. That is the hometown of the wife of Donyo Debo Wale.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was at the but continue.
Thank you, sir. I was telling Brother Ola on his show that I'm actually from Ibubini. You know, we have Okitipupa and the Laje. Yes, Igbokoda. So I was explaining that brother, Uncle Sabi everywhere.
He knows, so.
I got that guy. Oshoro, Ilututu, everywhere.
What do you go do for all those places now?
I have good friends from there. Good friends.
Oh, wow.
People with whom we were in, with whom we had the activism together in our university days, and who still remain my good friends till today.
Wow. That means Uncle will know lawyer okay. You will know Agagu, all those there.
Who doesn't know Agagu? Which Agagu are you talking about?
The same late governor.
The one that dropped after he died? I dropped from the sky?
The late governor came from Ijodo now.
Yes. Uncle knows it very well. Well, actually, you see this political stuff in Nigeria, it's disheartening, to be honest. There is nothing to write home about when it comes to politics in Nigeria. Me particularly, the only reason I tell people I'm from Ondo State is just because I have no other choice than to admit my origin. To be candid with you, I have never benefited anything from Ondo State. Let's be frank. I am not saying maybe I'm expecting a handout from government or something, but at least, just like everybody in Nigeria, you can hardly pinpoint something that makes you proud that I'm a Nigerian, that this is something the government is doing to at least shows the people that, hey, we are actually giving you guys the dividends of democracy. That's never happened.
I agree with
Now,
Ben, sorry.
Yes, sir.
That was not the situation. For example, if you listen to our good friend Omoyele Sowore, he spoke of the quota the quota of children, the relative number of children that would have access to education without the free education policy of Adekunle Ajashi, Akiomo Boriowo, the UPN government from 1979 to 1983. And I also sit here as a testimony, in testament to the fact that education used to be relatively free in Ondo State. Until Buhari chanced upon the scene in 1984. Yes, not just not just APC. Whatever Buhari touches turns to something else. It turns to something else. So the government in Ondo State used to do things for people until certain class of people came. Today, APC will tell you they are progressive. They will tell you they are, what do you call it again? They pursue a system of welfareism. It is all lies. It is all lies. Progressively, they make life so unaffordable for Nigerians. I don't even see what. Even when you say you don't want to vote them in, they force themselves on you. They force themselves on you. They buy their way through. So many things they do. But I will allow you to continue your analysis, please.
No, I'm just trying to just make it known that even we are far away from home, we are much interested in what is happening in Nigeria, but not like maybe we are interested because of personal benefit or something. It's just that, one of the things I thank God for is the opportunity to have lived in another country besides Nigeria. And the country happens to be America, which quote, and we can say America still remains the best country in the world. I'm an American citizen, and I can say that with both chests. Anyway, I'm not trying to derail from the point. What I'm just trying to say is that the fact that we have the privilege to live in another country besides Nigeria, it kind of affords us the opportunity to look at Nigeria, scrutinize the country, and see what exactly is wrong. Now, coming to this Ondo issue now, I've always kind of tried to just let it go. I just don't want to meddle in any of their stuff because I'm not impressed in any way or form. And with this current incident of the incumbent governor, what's his name again? Akeu or Akere? That's like the level to which I despise them. I don't even care to know their name because I see no legacy. Now he's sick, obviously sick. He won't buy for the position. I don't know why our people like to hang on to power that much. Now people are kind of looting the entire country dry. The entire state. He has all these thugs now in political agbada and babariga, looting the treasury to I don't know.
No, have you noticed, Ben? Have you noticed the way this particular guy? With the fantabulous title of SSA on strategy and special duties. The Yorubas will say "Orúkọ ńlá tó ń pa ọmọ ajá." You give them big title, and they wear it like they are babanga and parachute around like people without a sense of direction. Have you noticed the way he talks with condescension? He talks down on the deputy governor as if, and this is somebody who is supposed. You ask him, "Are you not from Ogun State?" He says yes, but he has lived in Ondo State for the past 6-7 years and he's been paying taxes, and that his wife is from Ibobini, your hometown. I said that is good. You tell me the responsible in-law in Yoruba land that wants to die in the house of
in-law. All right, sir.
Hello?
I can hear you, sir.
Yes. So this is what we have on our hand. He talks with disrespect. He disrespects the deputy governor a lot. He says things that nobody has ever told him. You ask him to provide proof that he's seen Akeredolu in the last 2-3 months. He cannot. And yet, he comes up with all kinds of tales. Very unfortunate.
May God help us. May God help
Amen,
us.
my brother. Amen, my brother.
Ben.
Impressive about this. Thank you very much, brother.
I enjoyed your session. I enjoyed your session on Men of Prestige. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, thank you, Uncle.
And regards to your wife.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. We're doing Sharp Edge News, so it's starting. I know Brother Ben will support us, of course. It's starting January 7th. So we're gonna do it on Facebook, YouTube, but like we just did a little bit here, we're gonna be picking out those topics and dissecting them. And we have a legendary political analyst here with us who's gonna be who's gonna do justice on those topics. So we look forward to having you join us on that as well, when that time comes.
No problem, Baba. Now, once I'm free, let's go.
No, thank you, my
All
brother.
right, thank you very much. It's my pleasure. Thank you, Mr. La.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. Hi, Chief.
You're welcome.
We did here. So we did it. I knew you were not going to let go when the internet started acting up. But I said you weren't going to let it go. But we're going to look at it a little bit closer and make sure that... but today wasn't bad. Even if we have to... Some things there's a place there that has the stop cam. Sometimes we might have to stop the cam and just use the voice to get the show going so we can utilize the full length and capacity of the stream if that happens again. But I think just look at it and see if we can. It might be because people started using the internet at that point in time. So, but I think we should be fine. But we're looking forward to it. You were saying, you're a writer. That's what you're a writer. You're a reader. That's basically what you know. You come from the heydays of journalism. So all of this is, especially by way of the internet highway, it's probably new to you. But each one reach one. That's how this works. Right now, as we're speaking, we have about 11 people watching us live. And so throughout, and typically, it could be more. It just depends on what else is going on at any point in time. But since the beginning of this live stream right now, I can tell you. So I'm kind of like shouting out everybody and letting you know. Please go ahead and support. We've had 103 people come to this live show since we started. So so please, all of you, make sure you go subscribe, because we're gonna be continuing the conversation with him over there at Sharp Edge News TV. And then we do everything politics up there. Over here we focus on the relationships and stuff like that. But it's one family. It's now a sister channel. I will be there for every live show. So come there, come through, come hang out with the chief. He was gracious enough to be so vulnerable today. He will allow you to tell him that he will collect. Oh, hi, chief. So he will allow you.
In leadership. In leadership, people should not take themselves too seriously. You must afford yourself some moments of self-defecation. After
Absolutely.
all, in the final analysis, we are all human beings. So nobody should play God.
Yep.
And
That's a fact.
if you cannot, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. So that is it.
That's how it works. Yeah.
When people
And we're bringing smoke to Sharp Edge News TV.
Okay.
So just so you know.
Yeah. Now when people begin to take all kinds of positions because because they are getting the sting. They say, oh, social media should be taking down this. I said, no, you can't stop a train or a bus that.
That's what Emeka Ike was just saying.
Yes, you cannot do that. The space has been democratized, it's been liberalized. Let everybody speak up. If I'm not doing right, let me know so that I can have a better me. And that is just what this is about. There is nothing so big about. Even if I was the king, let me see my weaknesses.
One of the things, Chief, one of the things that make it so easy for me to have conversations with you is because some of these things, in terms of progressive or liberal, are things you've been fighting for long before it became a thing. Right?
Oh yes.
So it makes it super simple for me to have a conversation. We say no, we can't go that direction. The other time we were talking about terrestrial radio. I said, please don't talk about terrestrial radio. Right? But it's easy for you because you have been fighting for these things for so long. Right? Is BJ with you?
No.
Okay, because I noticed somebody moved that camera to the right direction. Because I was about to tell you, but it looks perfect. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So. All right. Cool. So it's easy for me to have that conversation with you because you're already kind of like you're moving, that your thoughts have always been in that direction of liberal. But we have the likes of Emeka Ike and we have the likes of Desmond Elliott, who find themselves in the House of Representatives, looking for a way to police. Just because somebody brought them a little smoke, you want them to police just a little smoke. You can't do a little smoke.
Yeah, you won't blame Desmond Elliott. This guy, this comedian that calls what do you call this guy that does drunken parody? He calls him Desmond Idiot. So
Desmond Idiot.
Yes, he can expect that kind of moment of idiocy from Desmond. It is just typical of him. Yeah,
just because you receive a little smoke from the internet, you want to go backwards to 20 years ago. Like, why? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yeah. It's the way of our people. And that was the kind of... that was what... something that took me aback when somebody was suggesting the idea of spousal abuse against me. I'm like, me? No, that's not me. I can't even remember being hacked on.
It's not who you are. Yeah.
I can't even be.
Your mouth is like a lethal weapon, Chief. Yeah, but nothing else.
Yeah, but even then, I use that mouth in a constructive way.
The politicians in Nigeria don't think that way. They don't think that. They think you. They think you've dragged them in that.
Well.
Yeah, but yeah.
Maybe somebody. Okay. Oh, thank God, it is even coming to that season, this new year. They should go into history. Big up one of the write-ups of the late Dr. Taisholari.
Right.
I don't have any good wish for. I don't have any wish for them other than the fact that their road will be rough.
Jesus.
Yes.
Talking about rough. Smoke. May your road be rough.
Rough. Yes, that's the way Dr. Sholani will put it when it comes to New Year wish.
Do you remember?
This is my.
We're gonna try to get. Maybe we should do a reach out to our friend Omoyele Shore. maybe we can try to get him on one of the first few episodes of
Oh, yes.
Sharp Edge News TV, right? I remember him calling that man.
That would be
There was a man that made him popular very quickly. He called him inconsequential. Can you do what you
That's right.
Can you go? You remember that? You remember that?
That would be my friend. This man is a Adebayo Shitu, the then Minister of Communication.
In Oyo State, right?
Yes, the then Minister of Communication.
Right. It was a minister. Right.
We also had an history with him. We had an history with him, but he was, but not in a negative way. He was a lawyer to Buhari, and also
that man was a lawyer.
He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer.
Wow.
I think he even became Attorney General for your state at some point. I'm not too sure. Don't let me say what I'm not sure of. But he was a lawyer to Alhaji Abdulaziz Arishekola Alao. So he was the one who took through the bureau editor of Sharp Edge News for Southwest, Alaba Abdulaziz Taurid. He was the one who took us, who linked us with Arishekola Alao. And Adedoja. And those were the times I was the managing editor of Point Blank News. So, and it's a relationship that we have kept going since then. And it didn't do too well. There was a time he behaved like a comic character, wearing end socks, and gloves to symbolize his Islam. And there's nothing fundamental about him in his Islamic antecedent. So he just got there to please. We started wearing longer gloves. I'm like, even where did this Saudi men behaving like that? Where did you learn that from? You want to be more Muslim than.
You don't enter Abinibi level.
He wanted to be more Islamic than Muhammad himself. So funny.
Nigerians we take things and we make them better or worse. But anyway, can you move your camera back and then give us your camera is moving the other way again, and then give us your last word. Everybody kind of know if few people have said subscribe. Chinye says subscribed. Ben says subscribed. I think D Love says subscribe.
Is it okay
and of
now?
course, let me
Is
see.
it okay?
Leave it alone. Yes, perfect. Yes.
Okay.
So people are going over there to subscribe now. They know that's where they'll find me on Sunday evenings at 5 p.m. So,
all right.
So come hang out there. Give us your last word. This was a very, very good session, and I appreciate your vulnerability, of course.
Well, let me thank everybody that is watching us through this platform, Men of Prestige. The fact of life is that nobody is ever going to ever get it 100%. Some part of us human, some part of us, of course, utopian. We are all aspirational entities, and we just we're striving towards that perfection. But perfection in itself has its downside, because some people are going to look at you as being full of garbage, full of stuff. So a little bit of what's it called, liberalism here and there, that will get us all going. You are looking for that perfect person, that you may never get it, and that in itself may lead to some some relational crisis. So you want to get it right, learn to accommodate each other's strengths and weaknesses. And that is what I bring on the table in all the journeys I've embarked on in life. I would not disrespect anybody. If you disagree with me, I also make sure you hand out respect. You have the right to disagree with me. At least that will get us somewhere, being agreeable at some point. I want to thank the host of this program. Is my personal me, perhaps him now, is my nephew. Well, beyond this, I see and I identify with his vision for a better world, for better marriages, for giving a hand to those who are struggling to also attain a better stead. That said, I thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to have come on. I'll see you again. God bless.
All right. That's my uncle, y'all. Anyway, hang out in the backstage for a second while I round up the show. All right. Everybody, that was awesome. I'm glad he came back. I'm glad he made it work. That's the spirit right there. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. We never give up. Never, ever, ever give up, especially on yourself. Ever. Okay. See, the reality is that you can't control other people, but you can at least have some self-control, some self-respect, some self-esteem, right? And by doing so, you become one of the most influential people on this planet, right? And I hope that's one of your goals, right?
One loving up, we don't know.